You're going to want to stay out of elevators in Baltimore because we're pulling a Ray Rice and knocking out 2 videos here on a Friday. Stick around. You're not going to want to miss this one. Hey guys, today we're going somewhere we've all been before. Rock bottom. Hauling scrap to the scrapyard just to pay for a tank of gas or a case of beer or some crystal meth. But just because you're at rock bottom doesn't mean you have to eat like it too. Today we're making poor man's burn ends out of a chuck roast. Let's get her done. Alright guys, so here we are with this chuck roast, and we're going to start cubing this up into 1-inch cubes. Now look guys, poor man's burn ends, don't expect brisket. It's not that. But that's alright. Some of the best fun you'll ever have is on a cheap date. We picked this up. I like to look for a nice fatty chuck roast. And hey, if you don't like a lot of fat in your meat, well, maybe you should stop wearing your old lady's underwear. But this isn't the channel for you, I guess. We're all about fat here. We're just going ahead and cubing this up. 1-inch slices. And what we're actually doing is I'm actually making Philly steak and cheese out of venison, and my wife doesn't like venison, so we're gonna make poor man's burn ends, and we'll use some of those to shred up, and I'll use that for some of the meat, and I'll make her a separate thing for her steak and cheeses. But we're just going in here, getting this all cut up here. It's Friday. We're happy about that. I've got like 4 barn cats standing behind me, waiting for me to drop something or walk away. Okay, so we got that all cubed up, and we're just gonna throw all of this right into this bowl, like so. I think you can handle that, throwing meat into a bowl. Alright, you're sticking with me here. Let's get it done. Okay, so here we are back here. We've got this bowl pulled out. I had to cut the video because a turkey just flew past my porch and scared the shit out of me. Came right out of the woods. Alright, so we're putting a little yellow mustard binder on these, and we're just going to toss these up. You can season these on the grate or on the cutting board, whatever you want to do. It's just a hell of a lot easier to do this, and you waste a lot less rub. One of the things that drives me nuts about barbecue shows and stuff, especially the guys that own their own rubs, is they show you how to season things, and I mean, it's just so much seasoning that is wasted. So I like to put it in a bowl and use all that seasoning. So we're going in with some Killer Hog steak rub. I like this on my burn ends, and particularly with what we're doing with these, I'm not going for a real sweet burn end. I'm going for that Texas steak kind of flavor with these, because a lot of these are going to go into a steak and cheese sandwich after they're done. So we're just going to go in with some of that. Give her a good healthy dose. We're going to make sure it gets on all 4 corners of these. And then also I'm going to add a little bit of Killer Hog's rib rub, just for a little bit of flavor in there away from just the salt and pepper and garlic. I'm not going in with much, but we're going to just give these a toss. And that might not have been the right amount of seasoning to throw in there. You can throw a little bit in there and toss them, see how they look, whatever you want to do. But that steak rub is going to give us a nice bark on the outside, a lot of coarse grains in there. And yeah, I'm actually going to go in with quite a bit more of that. Give her one more toss. Okay, so we got our grate over here, and we're just going to set these. And a lot of people will tell you, oh, this far apart, that far apart. Just make them fit on the pan. This isn't rocket science. We're not building a damn space shuttle here, so we're just going to place these on here. Doesn't have to take you an hour to do. Just toss them on there. Wherever they fit, they sit. And just get them filled up on here. Got the smoker firing up in the background here. Always remember, start your pellet smokers, open lid, and oh, I said pellet smoker. Yeah, let's get some people in there hating on the pellet smokers. There's shit to do while I'm cooking, man. I'm not standing there drinking beer by the smoker all day long, even though sometimes I do. But a pellet grill is so nice because you can just relax. So I'm just going to dust a light coat of both of these rubs on top, just for show, really. It's already got the seasoning all over them, but this will make them look nice and pretty. Really, that's just for me. That's not for anybody else. Like I tell everybody, showmanship's one thing, but it's all going in your stomach, and if somebody sees it in there, somebody's too close to you or something. I don't know. Okay, I made a mess, so we're getting somewhere. Hey guys, so the Traeger is up to temp here. We've got it set at 250 degrees, and we're going to throw these chuck roast burn ends in here. Setting them over to the side because we have other stuff going on here today. But we're going to let these go for about 2 hours. That's usually where we see the bark setting up nice. We're not looking for a temp, not probing it. So in about 2 hours, we'll be back to check on that bark. Okay guys, so these chuck roast burn ends are right where we want them at for bark wise. Take a look at that. That's what you want. They're still firm. They're not falling apart yet, but we got that nice bark. So we're just gonna wholesale these suckers into this foil pan. And that fat is starting to break down really nice. You can see, like, look how squishy that is. For a chuck roast, you can't beat that shit. Okay, so now what we're going to do with these, we're going in with some just no flavor barbecue, just a good original barbecue. I like this Blue Hogs. It's got a little bit of acidity to it, almost like a vinegar type of flavor. Not a ton. I'm not doing, you know, real burn ends, but just for the sake of an argument, we're going in with a little bit of this barbecue sauce. If you're doing these just burn ends, you know, go in with as much barbecue sauce as you want to. Then we're just going to give it a dusting of this steak seasoning. And then what I have here is just 50-50 water, apple juice, and I tossed a beef bouillon cube in there. And this is just going to help break that meat down. That apple juice has a little bit of acidity to it. And with the fat of this chuck roast, the acidity factor that you're getting from that barbecue sauce and that apple juice is going to kind of draw back on how rich the fat is in a chuck roast and take away such a hard hit from the richness of that fat. And then we're just going to wrap them up here. And these are going to go back on the Traeger for about an hour, still at 250, and we'll be back in an hour and these will be done. Okay guys, these poor man's burn ends are all finished up. I love the way they look. If you want to sauce them up a little bit, go for it before you serve them. But these things are looking mighty fine. I mean, this is what you're looking for in one of these chuck roast burn ends. I mean, the thing just falls apart. Look at the fat breakdown in that. I mean, you can call that poor man's burn ends, but I'd eat these if money was no object. So, hey, thanks for tuning in, and I'm going to try these. That'll do. God damn, those are good.